Leader of the Official Opposition.
Well, Mr. Speaker, gas prices are set to skyrocket to $2.30 a litre. BC indeed has the highest gas prices and the highest gas taxes in North America. And instead of giving drivers relief, the Premier is intent on increasing the carbon tax to 38 cents per litre and handing out carbon tax kickbacks. Now, yesterday, the Energy Minister claimed, and I quote, "We have strict agreements with MMP," end quote. So my straightforward question to the Premier is this: will he release a full, unredacted copy of the MMP contract here today?
Minister of Energy and Mines.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member for the question. Of course, this House takes this matter very seriously. We all do. And we know that grant programs have to be fair to all applicants, and the public needs to know. They need to have confidence that these programs are being managed in the people's interest. Mr. Speaker, that's why all the information that we've received to date will be sent to the Auditor General and will be reviewed by an independent office so that a fair and independent review of the entire situation can take place. We can get to the bottom of this. We know that's what British Columbians want. We know that's what has to happen, and that's exactly what will happen.
Opposition House Leader, supplemental.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the minister took this so seriously that she did nothing when these allegations were brought forward to her office a month ago. She did nothing when the opposition asked questions of her on this matter last week. And she didn't even recuse herself last week when she voted against referring the matter to the Auditor General to look into a program that's at the centre of this scandal for which she is responsible. Let's be clear. Every step of the way, this government's mantra is, what can we get away with? Every motivation of this government is to deflect, distract, and engage in full-on damage control because they finally got caught and they finally got called out for their carbon tax kickback scheme. Now, the minister has known about these allegations since February, and it's only because of massive and building public pressure, largely on social media, that the NDP have been dragged kicking and screaming to do the absolute minimum. Now, yesterday, the minister said that MMP doesn't actually make the final decision, and that's MMP's role is actually just purely administrative. So if indeed that's the case, then there's actually no reason not to release the contract. So again, I'll ask to the Premier, it's a very simple question, will the Premier release the full unredacted copy of the MMP contract here today?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, to repeat what we talked about yesterday, we've received different information at different times. And last weekend, we received information that raises serious questions, further questions. We know that has to go to the Auditor General. That's what's taking place here, Mr. Speaker, so that an independent and a fair review can take place. At every step of the way, when information was brought to us, we made the best decisions with the information that we had. Information that was supplied to us by Edison Motors, by conversations with MNP, not information that came from anywhere else, including from the other side of the House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the right thing to do is to leave this in the hands of the Auditor General. He is the person. He is the person.
Members.
He is the person who will take all of the information, all of the facts, who will produce an independent and fairly produced report for British Columbia. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.